The next story is, no, we're not going to talk about Al Gore and his lockbox. Al Gore was the vice president under Bill Clinton, and he wanted to be president. And when he was running for president, there was some problem. He figured that people weren't saving enough money for the future. So he wanted a government program where people could put their money. And he considered everyone to be entirely stupid, and they didn't understand anything at all about how, you give your money to a bank because they've got a vault. And so he had to review this idea with people on national TV. And he said, yes, you're going to give your money to the government, and they're going to put it in a lockbox for you. And everyone, we're really not impressed with Al Gore. His wife, we weren't impressed with either, Tipper Gore. She wanted massive censorship of music. She wanted everything to be censored. She didn't like anyone to swear. No swear words allowed. And so Tipper Gore got in front of Congress, and she insisted that we clean up all of our potty mouths. Frank Zappa, the musician, came, and no one knew what Frank Zappa was about because they wouldn't play Frank Zappa's music. One of his songs, his most famous song for me, is Don't Eat the Yellow Snow. So, as you can see, he's definitely the kind of person that Tipper Gore wanted to censor. Frank Zappa showed up in a suit, and he was remarkably well-spoken. And in the end, what happened was, in the United States, they have little stickers, possibly even till now, I don't know, that say something like parental warning. There's, profanity on this record. But that was Al and Tipper Gore. And then Al Gore was famous for his movie An Inconvenient Truth, which is all about climate change, man-made, ruining the planet. Well, I don't know how true it is. The climate change thing, people are always saying yes or no. But Al Gore, according to the alternative news, Al Gore has become a very wealthy man because he is involved in businesses that are all about replacing fossil fuels or things. And so he's created a great big market for this. So why did he do it? Simply for the money. Simply for the money. The man is a turd. Do I believe in climate change? No. I live in the same city I was born in. Is there any climate change? No. The climate is exactly the same as when I was a boy. We've had some very long, cold winters, and I do remember some milder springs, and some summers were hotter when I was a boy. Some Junes were hotter than it's been lately. So, if anything, the climate is slightly colder than it was when I was young. But, overall, I would say, no, it's not enough you would be concerned about. It's, the grass is still green in the summertime. So I don't believe in climate change, and I don't have Al Gore's money to fly around the world to visit various places to see, if it's too hot or too cold. You have to rely on people like Al Gore, who are rich, to go and make up a movie full of their lies. Who do I believe? I don't believe any news organizations. They're completely fraudulent. And as far as them accurately reporting the weather, they don't even get the weather right in a weather forecast. So why would you believe them on anything else? Someone wanted to ask about the polar bears. There was some talk that the polar bears were going to disappear because all of the Arctic ice was disappearing. But I'll tell you, I'm way far south of the Arctic Circle, and in the winter, the lakes all freeze so solid you can drive your pickup truck on them. So around here, there is no problem with ice melting. And as far as the Arctic Circle, I haven't been there, and if someone's filming it and saying, "Oh, it's open water," um, maybe they're just. You don't know where it is, where they're being filmed. Even if you go and look on the film, if you could get the raw film and go and see if there's a locator stamp, everything can be fudge factored. So I don't believe the news. I don't want to believe the news. They're all liars. And in the end, am I a polar bear? Apparently, the study from 11 years ago said that the polar bears were doing fine, and they couldn't tell any effect whatsoever on the health of the population of polar bears because they couldn't. Polar bears population apparently grows big and then it grows small. It just fluctuates, and they couldn't tell a difference between normal fluctuation and any fluctuation due to, for example, climate change. So in the end, that was a university study 11 years ago, and I couldn't find anything newer. So is anything going on in the Arctic? I don't know. No one flies me up there. And even if you fly up there, I mean, I didn't fly up there 50 years ago, so I don't know. I don't have any way of comparing. You'd have to wait 50 years. We could use a time machine and, go back 50 years and go forward 50 years and see if there's a difference. The whole point of the matter is I don't want to pay more for gasoline and carbon taxes. I don't want to pay anything more because somebody has cooked up some other idea that I'm personally responsible for ruining the planet. Am I? No. I'm just one person out of billions. Well, as a group, have we ruined the planet? Not as far as I can tell. The prices are too high. We need more inexpensive things for people to do. So there's definitely room for improvement, but, the trees were green this summer, the grass was green, the water's clean, and so was the air. I think we're doing okay. I'm Harry Weaver.